Thank you, Mr. Chair. So let's level set here. It's no secret that Republicans want to cut federal programs that hardworking families rely on in order to fund tax cuts for the wealthiest among us. And Democrats will continue to fight for programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security because we can't turn our backs on the people that need us most. A month ago, I was an elected DA back home, and I'm going to give you all a piece of advice that I got a long time ago. You want to fix your public safety. You want to fix public safety? Fix your health systems. So there's a public safety component to ensuring that everyone has access to quality health care. So like my colleague on the other side, I'd also like to play a game. And we should be able to find bipartisan consensus that waste, fraud, and abuse within federal programs is intolerable. We should also support inspectors generals and law enforcement personnel that have dedicated their careers to rooting out this fraud and recovering lost funds from bad actors. Instead, I've been very disappointed and dismayed for that fact that President Trump spent his first week in office firing inspectors generals and career prosecutors, including people who were tasked with investigating and preventing fraud within the very programs our Republican colleagues claim are ripe for abuse. I want to stress the importance of our independent and nonpartisan inspector generals. The work they do should be commended. So let's also play a money or investment game. For the relatively small investment made in offices of inspector generals, the taxpayer receives a massive return on that investment. In fiscal year 2023, inspectors generals detected and clawed back as much as $93 billion in taxpayer funds. By one measure, for every $1 invested in an office of the inspector generals, $26 is saved by their oversight work. So, Mr. Linden, President Trump fired the HHS Inspector General in January. What impact will this have on the ability for people to defraud Medicare and Medicaid?
It will make it a lot easier. And exactly as you said, Congressman, if we are really interested in rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse, I'm all for that. We should be spending every single dollar of American taxpayers with responsibility and oversight. And when we find those savings, let's reinvest them into the people who actually need those benefits and who actually deserve those benefits, who will grow our economy. Let's not give that money to the wealthy and corporations.
And staying on that, what signal does removing a watchdog send to bad actors intentionally seeking to defraud the government?
It says that it's open, it's open season for fraudsters. If the inspectors generals are not on the job looking out for the American taxpayer, who's doing it? Is it Elon Musk? I don't trust him.
Our colleagues on the other side push this common misperception that increasing access to federal programs will lead to rampant fraud and abuse. Why is that untrue?
It's simply not true. We can absolutely increase access and the generosity of benefits, the availability of benefits, at the same time making sure that those benefits are going to the people who we intend them to go to, and stopping scammers and fraudsters from taking advantage of the low and moderate income people who need those benefits.
Without independent inspectors generals at the wheel, effective oversight diminishes and programs that Congress established become far more vulnerable to waste, fraud, and abuse. If my colleagues across the aisle were truly serious about examining how to cut down on waste or fraud, then President Trump's purge of independent watchdogs would be a flashing red light telling us something is wrong. We should come together, make sure that independent inspectors generals are nominated, confirmed, and committed to a career that is free from political influence and games. Thank you, and I yield my time to the ranking member.